Europe before the war. Europe was not peaceful before the war. Countries were building big armies and powerful weapons. Tension was growing like dark clouds in the sky. The assassination. On 28 June 1914 in Sarajevo, a gunshot changed history. Archduke Franz Ferdinand was killed. This one bullet became the spark of a world war. Declaration of war leaders sat in war rooms, looking at maps. Messages were sent, orders were given. Very soon, many countries were at war. Soldiers leaving home. Young soldiers kissed their mothers goodbye. Families cried at train stations. They did not know if they would ever return. Trench warfare begins. Soldiers lived inside muddy trenches. Rain filled the holes with dirty water. Fear, hunger, and disease were everywhere. No man's land. Attacked soldiers climbed out of trenches and ran forward. Bullets flew over their heads. Many fell before reaching the enemy side. Poison gas. In 1915, poison gas spread across the battlefield. Soldiers could not breathe. The air itself became a deadly weapon. Winter War. On the Russian front, everything was covered with snow. Hands froze. Feet became numb. Fighting in this cold was another battle. Forest battle. In dark forests, gunshots echoed between trees. Soldiers hid behind trunks and fired. Smoke and fear filled the air. War at sea. In the deep ocean, submarines attacked ships. Explosions happened in the water. Sailors jumped into the cold sea to survive. First tanks. Huge metal tanks moved slowly over the land. They crushed wires and crossed trenches. This was a new and frightening machine of war. Airplanes in the sky. Airplanes flew above the battlefield. Bombs fell from the sky. War had now reached the air. America joins. In 1917, America joined the war. Fresh soldiers and supplies arrived. The balance of power began to change. Exhaustion and despair. By 1918, soldiers were very tired. Food was little. Hope was fading. Cities were destroyed, and people were suffering Armistice Day. On November 11, 1918, at 11 a.m., the guns stopped. Silence covered the battlefield. The long war finally ended. Treaty of Versailles leaders met in a grand hall in 1919. Germany was punished with strict rules. This peace treaty was heavy and painful. Aftermath of war cities were in ruins. Families had lost their loved ones. The world was changed forever. Final emotional shot. A soldier sits quietly, holding a letter from home. He looks at the silent battlefield. He wonders why this terrible war ever happened. World War I was not just a war of countries. It was the price of human mistakes.